Hi dear audience, my name is Alexei. Today I'll tell you how to quickly identify stock market trends and flats. So let's start. By studying various financial markets for a long time, we agreed on the need for automation of analytics. In order not to go through hundreds of assets every day, we created several indexes that let you get ready for trading efficiently and make decisions with a clear head, since most of the calculations are automatic. According to such indicators, we can assess the market volatility and find assets with a pronounced growth or decline potential as well. One of such indexes is Sigma, which is included in the full version of the OptionClue's option screener. The index calculation takes into account a set of market indicators that have the greatest weight when looking for entry points in the market. A certain weight is assigned to each indicator, and as a result we get the index which can be easily compared with similar other assets values. Sigma index lets identify assets with low market volatility, that is flats and triangles, and high market volatility, that is trends. It's applicable for a breakout trading when the market may soon change its direction from a sideways trend condition to an uptrend or downtrend. This index also lets you find assets quickly that are already in active directed movement on the daily time frame. This indicator is useful both in classic trading in the stock market and in options trading. Let's talk about the principles of using Sigma index in the medium-term trading. First of all, we go to the OptionClue.com website and select Screener here. As you can see from this section, you can find the basic information about the screener, some examples of its application, and of course the screener itself. So, if we go to Option Screener, we may see the following. So, Sigma index is displayed in the Option Screener. It's the comparative table, which also shows stock tickers, the last asset price at the time of index's calculation, and ATR, average true range. That is average intraday asset volatility. Sigma index lets you find assets quickly with the lowest volatility when flats and triangles are formed on the chart, as well as the assets with sweeping price movements when uptrends or downtrends dominate in the market. Option traders who trade in the upward and downward trends on the daily time frame can also use a sample of high Sigma index values to find the best market entry points. At the same time, it's fair to ask how many stocks from the list are noteworthy, and what index values can be considered high or vice versa low. The answers to these questions can be obtained empirically. According to our observations, the first 10 stocks in the top and bottom of the screener are the most interesting. These stocks are displayed in the section About Screener Top 10. You can see here two tables, Top 10 least volatile assets and Top 10 active stocks. One should pay attention just to them and use that for more detailed analysis if necessary. Low index values indicate that the low volatility dominates in the market now. A certain convergent formation takes place and there is no strong directed market movement. We often see a flat or a triangle on the chart at that time. This means that the price can move in any direction soon, breaking through the nearest support and resistance levels. In such moments, the market is often like a compressed spring. Such assets can become an adequate addition to your trade list. It's a list of assets that may be interesting for a breakout trading on the daily time frame right now or in the near future, or within a day after going out of the sideways trend. High index values indicate that the asset may be interesting for traders who trade impulse movements in the trend or wait for correction waves emergence to search for pullback entry points in the direction of the trend for more attractive price levels. Assets with a high Sigma index value will be good for a classic breakout and pullback trading on the daily time frame, as well as for day traders who trade stocks intraday, and these stocks are in a directed trend on the daily time frame. The screener can significantly simplify the process of selecting the most relevant assets for trading. Let's take an example of the search for a stock that is in the flat or triangle at the moment. So, to do this, let's look at the table on the left. As we have already said, here are 10 least volatile assets at the moment. Let's take, for example, an asset with an EGO ticker with a sigma value of 0.52 and see what is going on in the market on the daily time frame. Now let's check if our alert is true or false. Let me remind you, we are talking about the narrow price range now. To do this, we can go to the TradingView.com website. As you can see, the current price is $1.15. After the long-term bear trend, the market stopped and it is in the flat now. Since sigma index is very low, we can observe the extremely narrow price range. In terms of technical analysis, a trader may wait for a breakout entry point to take place soon. Now let's analyze shares from the table on the right. This table represents top 10 active stocks. Let's take, for example, an asset with an ROST ticker with a sigma value of 1.86 and see what's going on the market on the daily time frame. As we can see, the current price is $75.85. A few days ago, the market broke through the resistance level with this huge candle, and the market is in the strong bull trend now. Another correction came to an end that caused a new support level formation. So, we can see that the screener significantly simplified the process of finding trends in the market that enables further breakout and pullback opportunities. In other words, the OptionClue screener provides an opportunity to find stocks both with low and high volatility among hundreds of assets without wasting your time. So, let's sum up everything about sigma index. As you could see by certain examples, the OptionClue screener is a simple and efficient tool that lets you just in minutes go through hundreds of assets that turn flats and triangles, or on the contrary inactive trend movements, and identify the most attractive options from a huge stock list, and thus it saves your time. This index is useful both in options trading and in classic stock market trading. You should just analyze the selected financial instruments and wait for the optimal price to enter the market. Maximum and minimum index values indicate different market conditions, ranging from the flat in the run-up to strong market movements to the active phase of the trend. To determine the most interesting stocks, you should analyze the top or bottom of the list. You can find the most attractive stocks from the first to the 10th position both in the upper and lower part of the table. Stocks from the middle of the list can become the future participants of the top, and you can hardly find something interesting among them now. In our experience, the most attractive flats and triangles can be found in stocks with a sigma value of 0.8 and lower. The opposite values from 1.5 to 2 or more indicate the trend existence. In other words, the higher sigma index, the more actively the market moves at the moment.